Question 5. Aoife wants to find the volume of her bath shown in the photograph on the right. So she's trying to find the volume of this bath, so the space that will fill inside this bath. She uses tape measure to find the length, width and depth of the bath as shown in the photograph. So the length, the width and the depth. Another word for depth could be the height. The values she gets are shown in the table below. Complete the table by converting each measurement to centimetres or metres as appropriate. So we're given 150 centimetres equals 1.5 metres. We need to change centimetres into metres, so we need to fill in this box. And change metres into centimetres, fill in this box. Okay, so it's very, very important that we learn off that 100 centimetres is equal to 1 metre, or 1 metre is equal to 100 centimetres. So the first one is done first. 150 is equal to 1.5 metres. So what we did to get from 150 to 1.5 was we divided by 100, because there's 100 centimetres in a metre. So we're going to do the same to figure out what goes in this box. 55 divided by 100 gives us 0.55. So 55 centimetres is the same as 0.55 metres. So to go from centimetres into metres, we divide by 100. And then to do the opposite, to go from metres to centimetres, we're going to multiply by 100. So 0.4 metres multiplied by 100 gives us 40. So 40 centimetres. So to go from centimetres to metres, we divide by 100. And to go from metres to centimetres, we multiply by 100. So 55 centimetres divided by 100 gave us 0.55 metres. And 0.4 metres multiplied by 100 gave us 40 centimetres. So to go from centimetres to metres, divide by 100. To go from metres to centimetres, multiply by 100. Part B. Use the measurements in the table to find the volume of the bath. Assume that the bath is in the shape of a rectangular box. State whether your answer is in centimetres cubed or metres cubed. So we're going to use our information in the table to find the volume of the bath. Part C. Give a reason why the answer to part B, so the answer to this part, is probably not the exact volume of the bath. Okay, so let's start with part B, find the volume of the bath, and we're assuming that it's a rectangular box. So another word for a rectangular box is a cuboid, or else a rectangular solid. So we need to learn off by heart the formula for the volume of a cuboid, because this formula is not given in our formula tables. So the formula for the volume of a cuboid is length multiplied by width multiplied by height. Now in the table above we are given the length, the width and the depth. So depth is another word that we can use for height. So we're going to do length multiplied by width multiplied by height, or in this case we're going to do length multiplied by width multiplied by depth. So we can call the height the depth. Okay, so what we have to do is work out the answer either in centimetres cubed or metres cubed. So if we want to work it out in centimetres cubed, we take all the centimetre measurements. So the centimetre measurements are 150, 55 and 40. And we multiply them together. So the length by the width by the depth is going to be 150 multiplied by 55 multiplied by 40, which will give us 330,000 centimetres cubed. Or what we can do is work it out as metres cubed. So we take our metre measurements, which is 1.5, 0.55 and 0.4, and we multiply those together. So 1.5 multiplied by 0.55 multiplied by 0.4 gives us 0.33 metres cubed. So these two answers mean the exact same thing, just one is in metres cubed and one is in centimetres cubed. Part C. Give a reason why the answer to part B so one of these answers, is probably not the exact volume of the bath? Well, the sides of the bath are curved, so the volume calculated here is probably greater than the true volume. So everyone knows that if you sit into a bath, it's not exactly rectangular in shape. There are no corners in a bath. It is curved. Baths are always curved. But we were told to assume that the bath is a rectangular box. So the bath is actually not a rectangular box. So that means that the answer that we got for the volume is not going to be 100% accurate. So the sides of the bath are curved. So the sides of a real bath are curved, and the one in our photograph. So the volume calculated here is probably greater than the true volume. So again, just be very careful with your centimetres cubed and your metres cubed. So just to have a quick recap of centimetres and metres in volume, 1 metre cubed is equal to 100 centimetres times 100 centimetres times 100 centimetres. Because volume is always length by width by height, so 1 metre cubed would be 100 by 100 by 100, and 100 by 100 by 100 will give us 1 with 6 zeros, because we have 2 zeros, 2 zeros, and 2 zeros. So we'll have 1 with 6 zeros, which is really a million, and that's centimetres cubed. So 1 metre cubed is the same thing as a million centimetres cubed, which is why 330 centimetres cubed is the same as 0.33 metres cubed. So just be very careful with this question, because we know that 100 centimetres is equal to 1 metre, and 1 metre is equal to 100 centimetres, but 1 metre cubed is not equal to 100 centimetres cubed. 1 metre cubed is equal to 100 centimetres multiplied by 100 centimetres multiplied by 100 centimetres, which is a million centimetres cubed. So length by width by height. That's why we multiply 100 3 times. So 1 metre cubed is equal to a million centimetres cubed.